So, hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Seed Allotment. This is me a flying visit down the allotment. Today I've been to buy some more compost. I went up to Milton Keynes where I normally get my compost from, but unfortunately they didn't have any clover. So I've got a new one to try and we'll have a look, see how that is. Right, so the compost I've gone for this time is Grow More Organic Multi-Purpose. It's supposed to be good for water retention and has some added nutrients and stuff for healthier plants. This was a little bit cheaper than the clover, so for 60 litres I normally get 4 bags for £12. With this it was £2.50 bag, so 4 bags for £10, which means if it's decent compost, a bit better value for money. But we shall open it up and have a look and see. So first thoughts on this, it looks like a lovely dark colour, and there appears to be very few lumps in here at all. As I'm not using it as bottom compost, I'm not so worried about the little bits of twig and stuff like that, but actually it does appear to be quite good. I think what I am going to have to do with these is use 2 bags per pallet collar just to get a decent fill, because I think as soon as it rains as well, the level of compost is going to go down a bit in these. So there we go, with just 2 bags of compost. As I say, decent looking. We managed to fill 1 pallet collar. So that's now 4 of the pallet collar beds filled up with that compost, and that's 8 bags of compost. So it equates to about £20 worth of compost. So I think each bed is taking about £5 to fill. Obviously my double sized beds are going to take double that, so they're going to be a tenner to fill. So it's not going to be cheap filling all these, but hopefully each year it just means I can replenish a bit of the compost that's in there and just keep topping them up. And hopefully by next year we'll be getting around to using some of my own homemade compost. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to plant some things into those. So I've gone and bought some of these shallots from Taylor's. These are germ shallots. There's 8 of them in there for £2.99. I did plant some shallots last year, but didn't really come to very much. As you know, I had big problems with the allium leaf miner. So whilst this is in the same area of my plot as last year, they're in beds which they weren't last year. And what I will do is just try and get rid of any allium leaf miner, is use Terry's little trick. So Terry King, he's used a neem oil solution, which for him seemed to work. So I'll stick a link to his channel. Chances are if you're following me, you're following him already. So let's have a look at these shallots. Actually some fairly sizable ones in there. I did think I'd been done over with only 7 then, but I've realised that this one is actually 2. So with those I'm just going to take off the rough and ready bits, so the outside bits of the skin. I've actually found a lot of these do have little shoots on them already, What I do particularly like about these ones, they've actually come in a compostable bag as well. That said, I'm not sure how compostable, so I'm going to be a bit careful when I do compost it. So with these shallots, all that I'm going to do is make 8 holes, poke them in, jobs are good in. And what I will probably do with these is cover them with a bit of netting as they start going off. The problem is with these, as they start to grow, the tips of them look a bit like little worms and you get birds coming and pulling them out, which is obviously not ideal. So, what else have we got? So these were from DT Brown Seeds. They were a free offer out of Grow Your Own magazine. These were a free offer out of one of the magazines. I believe it was Grow Your Own. And we've got some Lautrec White garlics. We've got a bag of electric onion sets. Those are red onions. And we've also got a bag of radar onion sets as well. And what I did learn last year, with the year before in fact, with the garlic, these do need to go out over winter. The problem is you put them in after all the frost and cold have gone, they don't really clove up very well, so you end up getting one round garlic with no cloves for every clove that you planted, so it doesn't really get you anywhere. So I'm going to get splitting these, checking all these onions and planting them. So what I thought I'd do is have a quick wander around the plot on my way back. And as we can see, we've got some cracking pumpkins growing on some of the other sites. This is one of my neighbours, and another one there. Here's my old, first plot, plot 89. It's looking a bit worse for wear at the moment, but I'm planning to get cracking on with that very soon. Hopefully now that the cold weather's here, it means that we'll be able to get on top of that a bit easier. Wow, there's some new beds in here that are looking really good. Some decent wood in them as well. I was really impressed with this plot, plot 87 on this site. This, earlier this year, had just membrane all over it. They've worked really hard. They've got loads of beds put in and loads of stuff planted as well. It's nice to see that there's lots of plots that are really well cultivated. But it's also reassuring to see that not everyone's plot is perfect, because I do sometimes feel that mine is the worst plot on this site, just because I've not really been here very much this year. As I'm sure you remember, I had the back injury and lots of other bits to stop me getting down here. But as I say, it's reassuring to see that other people have stuff going on as well, which does mean that we don't always get what we want done. So, having obviously seen my plot compared to others, it is important to remember that you don't have to do everything as soon as you get a plot. There are going to be times where it doesn't look perfect, and that's okay. And it's very easy to rush in and try and do everything all at once. But at the end of the day, that's going to wear you out, make you dislike your allotment, and then not come down for ages. So it is far better to do little and often. Admittedly, I've done little and not very often this year, but hopefully we'll get that changed over the winter and make it start to look a bit more pleasant down here, ready for next year. So I'm going to head home now, It is getting dark, as you can see behind me. I was a bit silly, came down here quite late today because I forgot the clocks had gone back. So I was on a night shift on the Saturday, so it's confused me this whole week. It's obviously getting dark an hour earlier, so I was expecting it still to be sunny at this stage, but it's not. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care. Happy allotmenting.